Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from Homemaker. Friends, Chamaedorea elegans or parlor palms are beautiful houseplants which are very easy to care for. These plants are also considered excellent air purifying plants, and because of that maybe these plants are also considered lucky to be kept indoors. Now, if you are a parlor palm owner, you might have come across some of the changes with the foliage color, like yellowing of the leaves or browning of the leaves. So friends, in this video we will be talking about some of the reasons that could be causing the changes in the leaf color, like yellowing or browning of the leaves, and what we can do to fix those problems. So please stay with us till the end of this video. Now, first thing I would like to make clear is that the mature leaves, which are the lower leaves, if you see the lower leaves of your plant turn brown, then please don't worry about it, because that is kind of a natural phenomena of the plant to get rid of the mature or the older leaves and give out new growth. So if the lower leaves are turning brown, then just snip them off and remove them from your plant so that the plant will not waste its energy in those dead leaves, and it will divert all its energy to the newer growth. So you don't have to worry about those leaves turning brown. But if you are seeing that your newer leaves or the top foliage turning brown or having yellowing on them, or you can see black spots or something on them, that is something that you need to deal with or take care for. So starting with the lighting problem. So friends, parlor palms, they prefer bright indirect light. So indirect light means no direct sun exposure, because it can cause your foliage to burn, and you might see the black spots on top of your plant foliage, or the leaves turning brown from its tips. So no direct sun exposure. Keep it in a north facing window where it receives bright indirect light throughout the day. Now, keeping your plant in a low light condition for a very long time will not only affect its growth, it will reduce its growth, but it will also make the plant to struggle to photosynthesize, and which is going to affect the health of your plant in overall. So make sure that you provide the bright indirect light to your plant. Next is the watering issues. So parlor palms, they are tropical plants, which means that they love warm and humid conditions. So they don't like the soil to dry out completely. So keep the soil of your plant moist but not soggy at the same time. First thing is that make sure that your pot has got enough of drainage holes for the excess of water to seep through. Now, if you underwater your plant or you overwater your plant, it is going to harm your plant in both ways, which you will see by the leaves turning brown or yellowing. So these plants, they like regular watering. Now, regular watering does not mean that you overwater your plant. Check the soil before you water it. If the top soil dries out, then only you water your parlor palm. Now, one more thing I would like to tell you is that sometimes the tap water that we use to water our parlor palms or any other house plants might be heavily mineralized. It might contain a lot of bromine or chlorine or any other harsh chemicals that can affect the sensitive roots of your house plants. So if you think that that could be a problem, if you think that the water in your area is heavily mineralized, then try using filtered water or rainwater to water your parlor palms. The third issue could be the humidity. Just like as I said, these plants are tropical plants. They love warm and humid conditions. So if the air around your place is too dry, you might think about using a humidifier or the pebble tray method, or you can mist the leaves of your plant during the summer season when the air around gets very dry, or even sometimes in cold weather also the air around gets very dry. That time you can try misting the leaves of your parlor palm to provide it with that extra humidity. Now if you are watering your plant well, then even if the humidity is low, it is not going to affect the plant that much. But if you are not watering your plant regularly and the humidity level is also low, then you will definitely see the browning of the leaves or yellowing of the tips of your leaves. So just keep that thing in mind, provide them with the right humidity levels. The next point is over fertilization. So sometimes we think that we are under fertilizing our plant is struggling, maybe that is the reason why the leaves are turning yellow or brown. So friends, parlor palms are not very heavy feeders. So even if you use a half strength of a complete liquid fertilizer during spring and summer season once monthly, that will be just fine for your plants. Do not fertilize them during the fall or winter season because these plants do not need that much of fertilizing. So do not over fertilize your plants. You can also use homemade fertilizers. That will be completely fine. You can use seaweed solution for your plants, but do not over fertilize them. Next is repotting stress. So these plants, they don't mind to be root bound if they don't need a lot of repotting, very frequent repotting they don't need. So if you want to repot it, make sure that you just put them in one size bigger pot, one size bigger than the root bulb, and that's it. Whenever you are repotting your parlor palm, do not disturb the root bulb too much, and give your plant some time after repotting to adjust to the new soil conditions. Do not straight away start fertilizing your plant or watering too much. Let your plant sit in that soil for a week or so. Let it adjust to the new soil, and then when you see the new growth coming up, then you start fertilizing or watering or moving the position of your plant even from one spot to another, because sometimes the plant gets habituated to one lighting condition from one area, and if you move it to another area, it's going to affect it's going to disturb their routine or their lighting condition and everything. So that stress can also cause the leaves of your parlor palm to turn brown or black. Next is the temperature stress. So as I said earlier that these plants are tropical plants. So temperature between 21 to 27 degrees Celsius is just fine for these plants, and any temperature less than 15 degrees Celsius will affect the foliage of the plant. You will see the yellowing of the fronds, you will see browning of the tips of your plant. And if your plant is sitting in an area where it receives cold drafts, like next to a window or a door, or even next to a heater or AC, or any area which receives sudden change of temperature, that's going to affect your plant. That's going to put your plant in sudden temperature stress. So make sure that your plant stays in an area which does not go through a lot of temperature changes, and it receives a constant temperature throughout the day. And also make sure that during winters you maintain the temperature of the room where you are keeping your parlor palm. Next is pest infestation. So if your plant is heavily infested by houseplant pests like mealybugs, aphids, thrips, scales, fungus gnats, or any other sort of houseplant pest, then also you will see the deformity in the foliage of your plant. You might see the changes in the color of the foliage, browning of the tips, even the black spots or fungus growth on your plant. So first thing is inspect your plant thoroughly. See what type of houseplant pest your plant is infested with. Give your plant a good wash and then use neem oil solution, or you can use baking soda solution, or you can use hydrogen peroxide solution to get rid of all those houseplant pests. I have made a separate video on baking soda and hydrogen peroxide, how you can prepare the solution. I will leave the link in the description box for your reference. So friends, after you will see that your plant will regain its lost vigor once all those houseplant pests are gone from your plant. So friends, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions, queries, or any of your plant problems, please do let us know by commenting in the comment section, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. And I will see you next time with another exciting video. Till then, stay safe, happy gardening. Bye-bye.